I love you've been there the whole time, just in the wrong channel. Yeah. Well, we're live now, Matt, so, never mind. Hello, Grognards. It's Al. And I have Matt here. Yeah, in spirit, if not in body. And yeah, it's time for another episode of C.H.E.B.S, which is, of course, a couple of tits, chatting hobby, endless bollocks, and stuff. And there's a fair bit to discuss, Matt, really. You've got the old preview that we had the other day. That was pretty cool. So we'll have a look at the pictures from that and give our thoughts. There was also the minor matter of the article that GW put up about the female Bustodes. And I did a video on that, and I was quite surprised at the amount of people that, even though GW have said it, still don't trust GW. I don't blame them, but I was just a little bit surprised. So we're going to talk about that as well. But before that, what have you been up to, man? Got any games in there, anything recently?
No.
Fantastic. Hey, Kevin. Marvellous stuff. So I'm the only one here who's actually played a game of anything recently.
Fine, recently. I didn't get any games in this week, but I did observe a game last week, and I had a game the week before. So
okay. We know. I mean, that's just the rock throwing thing, isn't it? So in Necromunda, yeah.
Should get a proper game with a fully armed gang this week.
Excellent, thanks, Kevin. Thanks for confirming that you can hear us both fine. Yeah, I played a board game over the weekend. I got round to finally playing Witch of the Old World.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty good. Well, wait a minute. Which one is that? Is that the new one or the last one?
That doesn't really help. I think it's the one when Kickstarter. You play as a witch you're trying to get 5 trophies by various means.
Yeah, that's the one I've got. I've actually played that with Tia a few times. It's good fun.
It is good. It's fairly dense, and the rulebook is awful, but it's fun. It feels, with all the narrative bits that you read out and stuff like that, it feels like the game, or I suppose slightly less so the TV series. So yeah, I was quite pleased because I pick up these board games when I see them cheap, and I'm like, right, we'll get around to playing it, and then we'll play it, and either we decide to keep it because it's good, or we'll move it on, and I'll just take it as if it's a sort of a bit of a hit. Let me bump Matt up a little bit.
What?
It's a terrible idea, I know. So yeah, I played that, and that was a lot of fun. And other than that, I reviewed the awful Starfleet Academy for my other channel. And that video is doing really well, so I'm going to have to do episode 2 as well, which sucks. But I've got a way to make it fun. I put up a picture of the Enterprise with the shields up, and every time something dumb happens, I take off one of the shields, and we just see if the Enterprise can survive till the end.
That was very good. I thoroughly enjoyed that, I must say.
It's the only way I can make it fun, mate. Anyway, let's have a quick look at GW have got to offer us. So let's bring up that one. There we go. Their treat today, I'm not sure if it's a treat, is a new Hashut model. He hasn't even got a hat.
Yeah,
Brian Ansell is spinning in his fucking grave.
It counts as a treat.
I know, right? Yeah, I mean, that's it, really. You can buy one of those in a Warhammer store if you really want to. All right, that's enough of that. So next, let's have a quick look at these previews. Get this out of the way. So we've got this Red Corsairs squad. Now, I looked at this on the preview and I was like, I'm not sure. And I'm still not sure, but I've kind of softened in areas, if you know what I mean. I still don't like Huron. I don't know what you guys think about Huron. Here we go down to the detailed pictures. I still think that's
the head is shit.
Pretty awful, to be honest. He just looks like a Chaos Lord. There's nothing particularly piratey or mercenary about him. I don't like what they've done with the claw. It just looks a bit naff. But then we have the apothecary dude, whose name I can't remember. Garyon? Yeah, Garyon, that's it. And there's some cool stuff going on here. All of these guys, all across the range, have sort of bits and pieces of armour. It's like makeshift armour, which is kind of cool. Picard season 3 is the only recent Star Trek. It's odd they called it season 3. Yes. Yeah, I know what you mean. It was still written very badly, but at least it gave us a send off and it did some work with the characters. But I still wouldn't say it was well written. But compared to what we've got with Starfleet Academy, oh good God, yeah, I really despair. Without going too off tangent, it's the fact that we used to get people that wrote sci-fi, writing sci-fi shows. They knew how to write sci-fi. Unfortunately, all people know to write now is drama and current events. So that's all we get in our Star Trek, which just kind of sucks, really. But yeah, what did you think about this Apophis? The more I look at him, the more I'm like, there's bits I like. I kind of like the fact that his claws, his hands got like replacement claw bits on it and stuff. And obviously this is the rumour engine that we got. I don't know why apothecaries all have to tread on their dead brethren.
It's so weird, ain't it? I mean, for Chaos, if you're writing them as a bit of a cur and a cad, then I kind of get it. Like, you failed, I have your glands, and then they just stand on them because they're weak and crap, like a Decepticon.
Yeah, yeah.
But even,
I still function.
On a bet. But then, like, even the Primaris Apothecary, which was an amazing model as far as Primaris goes, got his foot on a bro, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. And the worst thing is, because he's tugging at the apothecary, I don't think you can even leave the corpse off the base, because you're going to have a hand attached to the robe. So I'm like, the hell?
He's tugging at the apothecary. I don't think he's actually dead yet. And like, Quadrinoid belongs to me.
It's like Monty Python, isn't it? Bring out your dead. I'm not dead yet. He will be in a minute. But yeah, you've got the studded armour and everything like that. So I think, I mean, one of the problems is because the body's white and the background's white, it's kind of hard to see the silhouette in some ways. So I'm not sure if that's doing it any favours. But yeah, he's all right.
I find it quite interesting. Like, when are these characters supposed to be set? I'm assuming this is current.
Yeah, this is going to be Indomitus Crusade time, isn't it? I suppose, yeah.
Because the interesting thing is that apothecary seems to have like the upgraded bolt pistol. I can't remember the name.
Yes, I thought that too. He's got the Primaris bolt pistol. Yep.
Yeah, like the bolt magnum, as I call it.
I mean, it literally looks like it's taken off of the bloody Primaris apothecary in the holster and everything. You know.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, some of the details are a bit shallow around his chest as well. I would have liked to see those a bit more defined. I don't really like his facial expression, but it's better than some of the ones we're going to look at. I actually like the expression of the guy on the ground more. He looks really pissed off. He's like, stop treading on me, you wanker. Get off.
He's trying to pull his Space Marine nads out.
Yeah.
And he's like, can you not? I'm still using those.
The globules. Yeah, so he's all right. And then we've got this guy, and this guy, he reminds me of the bloody, is it Master of Executions?
Oh, can't we just fucking skip this? I'm just going to say, look, the heads are cool, the axe is cool, bin the rest, it just looks shit.
He didn't stand a chance. He had 50 quid and Everton mint to make the season with. Yeah, it's fortunate, actually, that Kurtzman just left him to it. I do appreciate what Metalis did. I really do. Whether or not I wanted to see Star Trek Legacy, I don't know. But I was happy with what we got there. But the writing still wasn't good. Yeah, this guy's just a bit weird. Again, this is like a Mark 7 suit, I guess, or maybe Mark 8 Errant with the knee pads. It's nice to see knee pads back, I will say that. But everything else about him is just kind of uninspired, including his stupid skull face thing.
It looks like someone AOSified a Marine.
It does, yeah. It does look like somebody AOSified Marine, yeah, absolutely.
But instead of it being a Sigmarine, they just kind of went with some sort of...
And he's got like the Primaris greaves, look. Like the, is it greaves? Not greaves. Greaves is legs. Things on the arm.
I don't want to look.
Van braces. Is it van braces? Let's go with van braces. Yeah, he's got that. Anyway, this is the next one, the Sorcerer. And I didn't like this guy at first, but I actually think he's probably one of my favourite ones. I think he's quite cool.
Certainly better than the other two.
He's got a stupid staff, mind you, but we'll let him off. But I do think this is just a reused CAD frame that's just been redecorated. I swear I've seen this before. It's nearly the exact same pose. But yeah, he's all right. Now we come to the shipmaster. Matt, why is the shipmaster standing on the battlefield?
I'm not sure. I want to know why she's on some sort of tow platform.
Yeah, well, it's that too. Yeah, it's so stupid. Like, she should be in space. In space.
It's like one of those tow drones that the ethereals pooch about on.
It's like Loretta Starrin, isn't it? Is it Loretta Starrin, the World Eaters captain? The one who stood up to Angron. It's like, I get it. You know, she's a strong female character. We get it. She'd never be on the battlefield.
No,
she's a ship mistress.
Yeah, at least with the other one, you can put her in a Zone Mortalis game, and you don't have like the ground underneath her.
Yeah,
the game away, literally.
It just feels like it's an opportunity for them to sort of bring females into armies where there were females. There were no females in Chaos armies. There were no females in Space Marine armies. Now there are, if you use Titus and his lot and Huron and his lot. And speaking of females, apparently this is one. Now, I can't remember what they said it was. It wasn't a canid. What was it? Do you remember what they said this was?
No, I missed this bit, didn't I?
It's some form of alien, but it's something that we have kind of seen before. But apparently this is a female. And what I'm really surprised at here, actually, is they didn't they didn't take the chance to make this a sexless alien species. They could have got points there. They could have gone it's non-binary or asexual or something like that and got more points from the LGBT stuff.
Yeah, you can't really tell.
Well, no, quite. I mean, yeah, there's nothing particularly female about it. I'm very conflicted about whether or not I like this because to me, and I don't know about you guys, but this kind of looks kind of Overwatchy to me. Like, it kind of looks like those new modern sci-fi games. It doesn't scream Warhammer at me, and I'm not sure if I like it or not because we should have different aliens and not all aliens are going to look like the Imperium. I'm fine with that. I really am conflicted on this one.
I really like it because the first thing that sticks in my mind when I saw this was, oh, this is something that could have been in Rogue Trader straight up.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah. I mean, and the thing is, this is why, and I still don't know why GW never did this, guys. I don't know why GW never did this. This is the kind of thing that I would have expected them to have released. Let me just pull it up a little bit so you can actually see all of it. This is the kind of thing that I would have expected them to have released for something like a 40k version of Underworlds. I always thought for the longest time, and it's years and years and years and years and years we've had Age of Sigmar Underworlds and Shadespire and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, when's the 40k one coming? When are you going? I mean, come on, that's such a no-brainer. 40k is your biggest franchise. You could easily do a 40k version, and that would allow you to do all these weird alien mercenaries and some inquisitors and stuff like that. Imagine how cool that would have been, rather than churning out the 50th fucking Primaris unit, you know? So, yeah, it's kind of nice to see it. It's the kind of thing that I would have liked to have seen covered in an Underworlds game, but, you know, I guess we're never going to get that. It's just, I remember, you remember the Inquisitor rulebook, yeah? You remember when you got the Inquisitor rulebook, the game that Gav Thorpe and, I can't remember, it might have been Jervis, no. I'm not sure, did.
No, I never played it. I know I got Carl a copy of the book.
You did, yeah.
He loved one, but I've never actually played it myself.
Yeah, you did.
It was in my break.
Yeah, it was basically 56mm models, big metal models, and it was more like an RPG. So it's more like you can choose to do anything you want, and then you roll the dice to see if you get away with it, kind of thing. It was always meant to be very narrative. You played with like 4 or 5 models aside, tops. But what it did was it added a shitload of lore to the Inquisitors. So you got all these different types of Inquisitors that believe in different things. You had the Inquisitors that believe in constant strife. You have the Inquisitors that believe in equilibrium. You have the Inquisitors that believe that the Emperor needs to be killed to be reborn. The Inquisitors that believe you can use chaos if you use it correctly. All these different types, like Thorians and Radicals and Xanthians, I think was one of them. And I was like, it would be so cool to get this stuff in a 40k Underworlds game, and they just never did it. I don't know if they lack imagination or what. So I think you're right. I mean, it is the kind of thing that you might get out of Rogue Trader, but there was somebody, I don't know if I saved the pictures or not, let me have a quick look. there was somebody who used AI. I think it was AI, and like made a whole got AI to basically make a whole army out of them.
Oh, what are these guys?
Yeah. Let me see if I can find the pictures. Here we go.
Very cool. But yeah, it's the sort of thing that I'd expect to see in like also either Blackstone Fortress or perhaps like the Leagues of Votan.
Yeah, or even like as a Tau auxiliary or something. I wouldn't necessarily expect to see it in Huron's retinue. So yeah, a little bit odd, that one. Give me 2 seconds because I have got these pictures. I just need to get rid of the 220 Jurassic Park screenshots that I put in here for the conversation I had from my other channel. Right, let me add these ones. Jeez, add files. Because they kind of made it like a whole army, and I was like, oh, that kind of looks all right. All right, that one. Yep, that's them. Okay. There we go. Right, sorry about that. So here's the image slideshow. Oh no, it's all porn. It's not all porn. There we go. So yeah, he kind of got AI to make like a whole army of them, if you look, see what I mean. And the more I looked at them like this, the more I was like, they don't seem like 40k. They would look really weird on the battlefield. Do you see what I mean? So I'm really mixed on these guys. Yeah. Like on one hand, they look kind of cool, and it's kind of scary what AI can do, and it could probably put GW out for a job, to be quite honest. Like, you know, I present you with this AI, there we go, that, and from an AI just goes, yep, that's fine. I'm just going to put that into like an infinite amount of poses and make all sorts of different shit, and presumably you could probably get that into a 3D file without too many problems. So, you know, I kind of get it, and I'm like, But it looks like more like the kind of thing I expect to see in one of GW's competitors' games, like Mantic or something like that. Do you know what I mean?
That's what I was just thinking. Yeah, something that's slightly less well regarded.
Or the Gates of Antares, the game that Rick Priestley did to try and use the rules from Bolt Action, but in a futuristic setting, which failed miserably because the models were awful. So yeah, I thought that was interesting what you can get AI to do. But yeah, I am undecided on these, I have to say. Right.
The Raiders, though.
Yep, yeah, we're going to get to those. The Raiders going down. And that is also, I've got to say, I know it's going to be 160 odd quid, but at least that is a decent amount of models in a box.
That is a good chunk.
You know, there's a lot of stuff there. So there is that. Anyway, let's have a look at the Raiders. These are also, in my opinion, a mixed bag, mainly because GW can't do heads to save their fucking lives.
Yeah, I don't know what it's all about. When 40k comes along and they have to do a head or a face, it's absolutely pony. But in 30k, it's all right.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? Well, apart from some of those new Bustodes. They go for this really over-exaggerated, cartoony look. And I think that's the problem I've got with it. Like, they've overemphasised all of the features, and it just makes it kind of look a bit caricaturish, I think. Which is a shame, because I don't necessarily mind the other stuff. Like, if you put a Space Marine helmet head... I mean, that head looks like it'd be fine in Necromunda. I don't like seeing it on a Space Marine. Does that make sense?
Which head are we talking about?
Either of them, to be honest.
Either one.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
I mean, if you look at, I don't know if people have noticed this, my fellow grognards, but if you zoom into this guy on the right really carefully, he's got a septum piercing. I'm not even kidding. Look, I'll show you.
I miss mine.
Let's have a look. Where is it? How do I make this bigger? There we go. So, you see it? He's got a little septum piercing right there. I should have painted his hair pink.
He is a pirate.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you saying?
So yeah, the faces are a little bit wonky, I think, but not the end of the world. All right, it's just there we go. But again, I like this thing where they're incorporating different marks of armour and stuff. You can see it here. Knee pads, no knee pads. I think having different legs, like one leg with a knee pad and one leg without, will offset the OCD of quite a few people. But, you know, I mean, It's not too bad. And then we've got this, and again, it's just they're kind of weird.
No. I like the way they've done that. On that second pair, it's the same bottom half. It almost looks like the same bottom half. Like the pose is really similar, but the leg arm is different.
I think you're right, because I mean, if you look at this one, it's got knee pad, no knee pad, and then if you look at this one, it's got opposite legs. So I don't know if you can mix and match the legs or not. Generally, with GW models, you can't.
I'm wondering if it's like if the back is kind of like the leg pose, and then you can just put.
Oh, like you have literally just like the Primaris do, where you just put the front of the knee on.
Yeah.
That is interesting. Yeah. The goth kids from South Park are going hard. It's true. And also My Chemical Enhancement. Very good, gentlemen. Yeah, I mean, it's a bit. I don't know. I don't hate them. I mean, it's nice just to see the Mark 7s again. Let's be honest. It's nice to see that. Yeah. But they do look a little bit. I don't know. When I think of Space Marine Mercenaries, this isn't quite what I was thinking of. But
I do proper like that Mark 7 with the helmet on. That's like a return to form for me.
Well, I just like the Mark. I just like the Mark 7. It's all nostalgia, isn't it? And as we'll see, there's like other Marks in here as well. That guy I'm not too fond of, but I think he might have just been caught at a bad angle. Like the guy with the melter gun. I'm also not sure on Mr. Moustache and Dreadlocks at the top here.
I think
who's got like
the pirate theme of
exactly. He's like, it's me. I wonder if he's called Smee.
Yeah. I mean, as someone with dreadlocks, I'm kind of like, good luck getting a power helmet on over that long.
Yeah, true.
Like when I had a motorbike, I had to get like a fucking helmet like a size larger than my actual head to fit the damn hair in.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's a look. It's a look. And he's got like this great big Mark III, I think it is, chest plate, which looks a bit weird there. It kind of makes him look fat. Can you get fat Space Marines?
I don't think it makes him look fat. I think to me it just looks more like an apron.
This is the one that I like. This guy here, with still the Mark 7 head, but he's kind of got like the top knot as well.
It's got weird shoulder pads on that one.
But looking at this one, with the knife here, that is... Oops. Where'd it go? That one, look. Just without the stupid head. So you can see where the bodies are being reused. So yeah, I like that one. I presume he's the leader. He looks pretty cool with his sword and his. I mean, there's something about that one that I think is kind of cool. The shoulder pads are a bit weird, but they're not like. They've still got the edging, but it looks more like Horus Heresy. Heresy? My God, Horus Heresy edging. Than the chaos stuff, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, which kind of makes sense, sort of. Ish.
So I like that one. I also really like this one here with the half mechanical face. That's the face that Huron probably should have had.
That is just a Tech Marine face and they've reused it from somewhere. I fucking swear.
Is it?
I'm certain. I looked at that and my first thought was, oh, that's a Tech Marine.
Interesting.
And they've just used that and done a new head.
I also like the fact they've got the older Mark of bolt pistols, if you see.
Oh, shit. That guy with the half face absolutely reminds me of one of the bad guys from the old Centurions cartoon.
He is. It's basically... Oh, God, I can't remember his name. He had like half his body was all metal as well.
Yeah, wasn't it like Doc Terror and he had like a crappy assistant?
Yeah, that's right. I think it might have been Doc Terror, yeah. I remember the Centurions. Now we're going back, guys. That's like 90s Saturday morning TV.
Isn't it? Power Extreme.
Ace McLeod, I think, was the head of the good guys.
Good guys.
He was blue.
Yeah,
he was blue, yeah. Oh my God, no, we can't go down that rabbit hole. I'll start looking it up. And then I really like this Corvus dude. He's just a basic looking Marine, means business. Not so sure about Punky on the end, and I hate smoke effects on weapons, so that'd be coming straight off. But they're not too bad overall. And it's nice to see, as I say, the old bolters with the the ammo clips and all that kind of stuff. And there's some nice, cool stuff in there. They've tried with these, and I appreciate that.
It's like I said to you the other day when we were discussing these. It's a little touch, but I find it quite weird, and I'm assuming it's obviously intentional, that you've got no iconography on any of the weapons.
Nope.
I'm so used to seeing bolt guns with like a little winged skull.
No, they're literally like factory level weapons, aren't they? They've not got anything. If you look on them, they've not got anything on them anywhere. Like this one's got some kill markings on it. Only 5, you suck. Unless they're tanks, in which case, yeah, fair enough. Or Titans, in which case you're overachieving. But I love the guy. This guy here has got like his gauntlets on, and he's got rings over his gauntlets. What the hell did you steal that off?
Because they're gloves.
Oh, don't worry, Rational Ginger. We're going to get to the whole trigger thing later. Don't you worry about that.
Yeah, because a bunch of them are wearing gloves instead of power armored gauntlets.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I do remember Terrorhawks, Kevin, and Zelda used to scare the living shit out of me as a kid.
Oh man, she was awful. And then in later years, I was like, "Oh, Liz Truss, is that you?"
It's true.
Useless.
So yeah, they're not too bad. They're not too bad at all. And then this is the Reeve captain, of course, and he's got a stupid face, so therefore I hate him. It's very, very punchable. It's like if you made Harry Hill into a Space Marine, to be honest.
Has he got the collar?
Yeah, you just can't see it under the armour. So yeah, very, very stupid. I hate these stupid smiling Space Marines. I really do. I like to think that all Space Marines have like a sense of humour failure, basically. They're incapable of smiling and laughing.
Unless they're a Space Wolf and no one's looking.
Unless they're a Space Wolf. Well, I mean, Space Wolf's always pissed on Mjod anyway, so it's different. But yeah, again, I mean, one of the cool things about this is it looks like it comes with quite a few bits, because if you look at this alternate build here, it almost looks like a completely different bloody model.
That's nice work.
I
actually prefer all of these guys to the characters.
Yes, I got to say, I think they're better than the characters, yeah.
By quite a long way.
And while we're talking about the characters, we should mention that, this box of dudes here is going to be like 57 quid, I imagine, or maybe a little bit more. Just like the Titus box set. And yeah, it is stupid money for a squad of dudes, but the way they're looking at it is these are basically character models that they'd normally sell for extortionate amounts each. Like, even if you take into effect that Huron would be like, 28 quid because he's a special character and all that, these guys would still be 20 quid each. You're technically saving money. It's a horrible, horrible way to look at it. But it is technically true. And I don't know quite how sad that makes me, to be honest. That is just the way it is. But yeah, that's what I expect price-wise. So we got the... where are they? Oh, there they are. Yeah, that's them. The basic squad. There are definitely some dodgy... the 80s Transformer movie? Yeah, I mean, Prime crushed me. And it wasn't just Prime, it was just like, holy shit, there goes Prowl.
Yeah.
All
the old classics.
It's just like, what the hell are you doing? Blue Streak, no! Dead, dead, Ironhide, dead. I was like, no! Fucking hell!
Prime gone and black.
All because fucking Hasbro wanted to sell some new toys. Bastards. And here we are talking about a company that does a load of law stuff just because they wanted to sell new toys. The G.I. Joe movie actually got changed because of Transformers. So at the end, where is it Duke?
Oh, was someone supposed to die?
Yeah, Duke was meant to die. And they're all looking really, really sad. And then there's a really awkward little voiceover, like when he's not on screen, saying, Duke's going to be okay. They've taken him to the hospital. It's like, everybody's really sad. It's like, no, he was blatantly meant to die and they changed it because people were so upset about Prime. But it's a good film, actually, G.I. Joe movie. It's good fun. So, yeah, I mean...
I watched it not a few months ago. Actually, Tia wandered in while I was watching. She's like, what's this? And I'm like,
cool.
This is awesome. Watch it. And she was like, no, Molotov. So,
Oh, sad.
Let's hope, yeah.
Sad times. Maybe another time. So you've got these guys here. I don't know what you think about these guys here. They're a little bit... I don't know. Yeah, I mean, they're not horrible. They just look weirdly proportioned compared to these guys. It's like the Horus Heresy team did these, and then somebody else did these. And these look like they've been updated on something else. So they're okay, but yeah, really weird.
I proper like those ones. Especially
Proportions and stuff. And then obviously you've got some Terminators. And this, I don't know if this is true, guys. I genuinely don't know if this is true. But they look as big as the Terminators. Now, I'm going to assume they're not, and these Terminators have been shrunk down for some reason. But normally...
They look going by the bases, I would say yes. Definitely.
But there is still a load of this weird soft detail, like the fur here and stuff, so... We'll have to wait and see. I just think it's really funny that last year was the year of chaos, and 2026 instead has had the biggest chaos thing that we've ever had. Do you know what I mean?
I think they're overdoing it a little bit with the Terminator tusks. Like, I'm pretty certain back in the day, not all Chaos Terminators were tusked.
No, they weren't. They weren't.
I know they're kind of like tusks for everyone. It's like, really, can you? For God's sake.
That's a little bit over the top. But I do like this guy's demony horns here on top of his thing. That's very old school. And at least he's got some. I like the skull in his knee pad as well. Actually, that's pretty cool. The more I look at those, the more I think they're okay. Yeah, they're kind of cool. And then this is just the Blackstone Fortress with an extra couple of bits from what I remember. It's like the Blackstone Fortress sprue, and then I think there's some bits to make this, because it's basically the Kill Team box. So it's a few extra bits. But that's all that is. And then an upgrade set, which just doesn't really add anything at all, to be honest. If you want shoulder pads for your Red Corsairs, just 3D print them. I'm not paying that kind of money. It's a generic mailed fist. It's fine. But you say that. And I thought we'd have a quick look at these, Matt, because we've got Iron Warrior stuff incoming, obviously. It really is Year of Chaos 2.0, because, as I said, we're also going to get bloody Iron Warriors. I'm wondering if these were all meant to be out earlier and something's gone wrong and delayed it, but if it's all part of the end narrative, then you would expect that that's not the case. But who knows what GW's doing? I'm not even convinced that GW knows what GW's doing half the time, if I'm being completely honest with you. So anyway, we've got these. I mean, this is obviously like from a Warsmith, I'm guessing. Looks a bit big.
Probably.
And then that, probably the other weapon, because you can see a shoulder pad here, and that's like Cataphractii armour there. So I'm wondering if that's some kind of new unit just for the Iron Warriors. Same there, just standard Thunderhammer.
Character. So it's an Iron Warriors lieutenant.
Could be. But this...
Bust out Chaos Lieutenants for everyone.
This, I think, is from a Defiler. Because when you look at this claw, that's a Defiler claw. And the Defiler, being completely honest with you, kind of looks old and shit now.
It does. It has done for a while.
So that is one that I would quite happily see them replace, if I'm being completely honest with you. So I'm thinking that might be a Defiler. And then this is going to be... oh, God, what are the combat versions called? Mutilators?
Probably.
Because if you remember correctly, we got plastic obliterators, but only in the Shadow Spear box.
Yeah.
And the Mutilators were those hideous Finecast models that literally looks like a 3-year-old just made them out of plasticine. And then I'm thinking this is probably Obliterators. Because it'd be a dual build kit for sure.
Right, and then a fancy Lord's Foot.
Yeah, so I mean, like, obviously they're getting quite a release, and that's coming later. I mean, I imagine what it's going to be is that's going to either be the final bit to wrap up the whole thing, and we may or may not see Putrabo, or it'll be the next one along because we don't know. I mean, we've had this Maelstrom thing leaked. And how many Arcs of Omen was there? Was it 4 or 5? There was 5. There was 5 Psychic Awakenings, if I remember correctly.
I got the Farsight one, and it was a terrible mistake. It was just crap.
Really?
It's literally just been in a pile of stuff, like on my fucking bathroom windowsill, and it's slowly getting more and more White Dwarfs and books and shit piled on it because I don't want to read it.
Oh shit!
For some reason, I can't bring myself to get rid of it.
That bad?
Sorry, it was crap.
It's a shame because that Farsight model was really, really, really nice.
It really is, and that's probably why I got it. I made the mistake reading the lore, and it was just like, who wrote this? It's fucking awful.
So we're gonna leave the Custodes for now. We're gonna get to those. Don't worry. We're gonna have a quick look at the Corsairs because this is something long rumoured. Uriel, I think they've just not captured him at the best pose here. Far too much of him is covered by the cape. I don't think he's great. I just think he's okay. You can see a bit more of him here. But he's got that kind of weird, why is my hand in front of my face pose? Yeah.
I think it's an improvement over the old one, but the old one was fine as it is, so I'm okay with this. The new helmet's interesting, though.
Yeah, it's like the Visarchs, isn't it? It's that kind of Yunari style thing. And then you've got these, and these fall into the same problem that all GW flying models do now.
They're perched.
Yeah, they're perched. And I don't really like that. I know their last flying base was the worst thing that's ever been invented in the history of ever, but I really do prefer this stuff on flying bases. Just look how awkward that looks. I know a lot of it is like foreshortening and perspective and everything, but Jesus.
I actually prefer these to those fucking flying bases. They were horrific.
No, the flying bases are the worst, I'm saying. But I prefer good flying bases to this, where they just all look like they're just conveniently standing on a piece of rubble.
You mean the old ones?
Bring back paper banners. Yes, paper banners on dreadnoughts and tanks and everything.
Yeah. Well, mind you, this is probably cheaper for them to manufacture. They don't have to dick around with so much clear plastic.
Clear plastic, yeah. I imagine so, but they just look weird. It's like they did the same with the Harlequins, and they were trying to make them look like they're dancing, but they all look really awkward because of the way they're posed.
I really like these Corsairs. They hark back to the old Rogue Trader kind of Eldar with wings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, obviously these are using that whole kind of bits of Dark Eldar, bits of Eldar. So you've got like the Eldar Guardian armour with extra bits on them. You know, you've got a bit of dragon scale here. I don't know if you see it. Sort of like Exodite-ish. Again there, bit of dragon scale on there. So he's taking elements from all the different aspects, lol, of Eldar. Yeah, see what I did there. I think they're okay. I think they're not bad. They just remind me of Scourges, though, and I prefer Scourges. Does that make sense? I just think Scourges just look better, the Dark Eldar Scourges.
But these guys are a very nice redo of the old Forge World.
The Forge World ones, yeah. I also don't like this weapon. I think it's stupid. It looks like he's about to like drag him off stage for speaking on stage for too long.
Oh, what, a hooky axe?
Yeah, the hook axe, yeah.
I really like it. I really like it.
You would.
Of course.
And then this guy I do really like. That's straight out like of C.H.E.B.S sketchbook. That's amazing. I love this model. I unequivocally love that particular model, guys. I think that is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, that's so cool. It's like, even if I wasn't doing an Elder army, I would pick up one of those just to buy them. I don't mind plastic banners. The thing about plastic banners is when they put the detail on top, because they don't want people to have to freehand, they want people to just be able to paint the pattern, they start getting really, really thick and look stupid. I'd rather they were just like thin plastic, and then honestly you just got a decal to put on it, and then if you don't want a decal to put on it, you can paint it. Sensible. Uriel looks like he has one of those Yu-Gi-Oh things on deck things on his arm. I don't know what that is, I'm afraid, Jakai. I don't know really what Yu-Gi-Oh is. I remember it vaguely being referred to in Emperor has a text-to-speech device, but apart from that, I don't.
Isn't it a card game? There used to be there was like a big sticker for it on the door of the old Wayland.
It sounds about right, yeah. I think it's definitely a card game. that and Pokemon, I think, are the ones where like you have actual grown adults going out and stealing them because apparently they're worth so much, which is just a horrifying state of affairs. It really is. Like, what?
I quite like that. It's like a mirror shield that he's got. That,
it's like the one on the Wraith Knight.
Yeah, the Wraith Knight has one. The Wraith Seer has one, and I do believe that in the current Dire Avenger box, the Exarch can take.
Oh, the Exarch might have one as well. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Then we come to the new Viper, and it's lovely. It's lovely. I know Kevin doesn't like it, but Kevin's weird. Yeah, you heard it. You're weird. Yeah, this I really do think this is really nice. What I'm going to do actually is I'm just going to quickly grab the old Eldar Viper so that we can compare the two.
Yeah, we were watching the live thing of this, and they showed that. They showed the other one first, didn't they? They showed the
Star Fury or whatever the hell it's called. Yeah.
The Starfang, and I was kind of like, that's like a weird cross between a Viper and like a Star Weaver that the Harlequins use.
Exactly.
And then
yeah.
they went, and here's a Viper, and we both just went, ooh. Actually, you done good.
Why can't I find a fucking JPEG? I hate this. Online now, nearly every single image that you look for. No, they're bloody webpubs. WBPs, and they're not compatible with hardly anything. So annoying.
It's a conspiracy, I tells you.
Exactly. There we go.
Yeah, we're very happy with their falconization of the Viper.
I really liked it personally. Yeah, I mean, I can see why some people might not, but I did very much think it was very good. Right, let's change that. To that.
And then, amongst yourselves for the
moment. We will be reviewing just a moment. Just have to make sure it's not porn. It's like, oh my god! And Grumpy Cognite Gaming gets shut down. That happened to one of my because obviously Twitter's the wild west. Jesus Christ. And one of my mates was streaming and he was scrolling through Twitter and then suddenly a load of naked ladies turned up. He was like, ah, shit!
Nah, I got rid of my Twitter account. I don't miss it at all. Fuck that guy.
I don't know how to use it. I don't know how to use Twitter. I don't understand it. I really don't. I am so old and just, I have no idea how to use it.
You just use it to type short messages and pictures. That's it.
Right, okay, so here we go. So there's the old one and there's the new one. Now, can I...
the old one's good.
Do a poll. Oh, I can do a poll. Yeah. New Viper. Look at me being all engaging and stuff like that. Old Viper. Ta-da! Go. Right, okay, I've put a poll up. Just vote whether you like the new one or the old one better, basically. I have to say, in nearly every way, I have to say I prefer the new one. And I never really thought I would say that. But yeah, there's just something about it. It really is. The old one looks too small now, I think. And this is part of the problem with 40k scaling up, because obviously 40k has massively scaled up over the years. I mean, you can see just from the bloody thing here. And also, presumably, Matt, that's a new type of flying base.
Maybe.
Because
I'm trying to remember the last flying vehicle that I got.
I'm just trying to think. I can't. Because all the old ones, there hasn't been a flying vehicle released like that for a little while. Like, the last one was probably the Harlequins and Starweaver and stuff like that. But
they had the old ball and socket.
Right. Okay.
I mean, to be fair, this probably is as well. It's just at a jaunty angle.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm like.
Didn't it say that the base comes off for transporting?
I figure it's a ball joint because that's what it looks like on the new Bustodes vehicles. Whereas, if you remember correctly, this, because it's really old, has got like a little pin that just goes in.
Yeah,
and just
it's a little peg
spins round and round and round.
Spins round and slips off, but it was easy enough to use.
Yeah, I've got to say, although this is classic and like, you know, if I've got an old edition Eldar army and everything, obviously I would have the old Viper jet bike, and I've had Elder Armies in the past, and I had Viper jet bikes. I started painting my bone and black before GW, because painting yellow with old Citadel paints is bullshit.
Oh, that was horrific.
People don't know how good they've got it now. They really don't. It's like on my 50th coat of fucking Sunburst yellow, and it still looks shit. So yeah. I mean, I would, for the old ones, I would keep that. But I think this is a worthy upgrade. I would like to see a few more angles of it. I'm not entirely sure about this pillar in the middle here. I think they could have made that look a bit better. But that aside, I do like it. I am wondering where this guy's legs go. I wonder if they hang down here like Flintstones car style. But yeah, I do genuinely really like that new Viper. Moving on.
He's Eldar, so he's probably just sitting in there cross-legged.
Well, you can see here actually, if you look on this angle, I've just noticed you can actually see his legs at the bottom, sticking out. Sticking out the bottom of the hole, look. He can feel the breeze go up into his nether regions.
Nonsense, that's not true.
That's crazy.
Actually, they are Eldo boots there, aren't they? It does look like it.
Yeah.
It's a jet bike after all.
True. I mean, the weird thing is that they've done this like a completely enclosed turret, and then you've got those. Do you remember they released them a couple of years ago, or might even been last year? The jet bikes with the sniper rifles on the back.
Yeah,
and they're just riding shotgun on the back of a jet bike. I'm like, that's so dumb.
So Eldar.
It really is.
That's like Legolas climbing up an elephant Eldar.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and you've still got your star cannon and your scatter laser, and they still look the same, so that's nice. And then this is the weird one. And what I wanted to bring to your attention with you guys on this, and I've just realised I need to shift it over just a little bit so you can see it a bit better. There we go. Is look at the hull. The hull's different. So either there's two different hulls in here, which I don't think is the case, or this here.
It's just got a different nose on it.
That line, is a different nose.
Yeah. That front section's different.
Because I can't see them including two different hulls. I think it's too much.
No. It's just the nose is different.
Yeah. So it's got like a slightly more scallops and curvy nose with stupid little bits on it and everything. But yeah, I wasn't too sure on this one, Matt, because it looks like it can only fire from behind, which is a bit dumb.
I'm almost certain that it's probably got an underslung weapon of some sort, so it can fire.
I mean, you can see it here. Look, but the turret, there's the weapon underneath. You can see it, but the turret can only fire from behind by the looks of things, which is a bit weird.
Apparently, you can do it with a Viper as well. It says in the blurb.
Do what with the Viper?
It says with a completely redesigned gun pod that could be positioned raised to fire directly forwards or nestled down facing backwards to preserve the vehicle's sleek silhouette.
Oh, right, okay.
So it doesn't specify that one has to be one way and one has to be another, but I suspect that may be the case.
Okay. Because I was looking at this and I was like, the weapons can't twist all the way round.
No, just flip round.
They can't flip round because the engine's there. It can't get past, and at the same time, it can't go round in a circle because the weapons won't clear the canopy. So I was just like, what the fuck? So yeah, that might make sense. So what you're saying is then basically what you do is you would take this from the Viper and you get rid of this, turn it around, and then put it down that way. Okay.
Yeah, and it just plonks down there.
That might look quite interesting. And then this one obviously does the same but opposite, so you can hasten that way.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Harlequin, is it the Void Weaver? Like the gunship
It
has like a rear-facing weapon on the back deck, but it's also got one or two weapons that face forwards as well. So it's not just like the dude in the back, like on Empire Strikes Back, just getting shot.
Yeah, it just seems a bit weird for me, that one. Obviously, it's going to bump. I mean, I reckon this is going to be about 40 quid, unfortunately. But it's nice. It is nice.
All of the, I think pretty much all of the Eldar stuff was just good.
And then you've got these Corsairs, but these are just the kill team ones, aren't they? So we don't need to look at those too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not bad. Right, okay, that's it for the Corsairs. How's our poll going? 57 for the new, 43 for the old. Proper grognards. Awesome, love ya. Right, no, I'm not looking at... Oh, no, oh. Yeah, let's get out of the way. Look, these are just shit, I'm sorry.
Are you talking about the Bone Reapers?
I'm talking about the Bone Reapers.
Can't we just skip them? No one's here for that.
They're just wank. Is anybody here like the SC Arc Bone Reapers? Anybody? If you do, say so now. We won't insult you or anything. We just maybe think you're a little bit weird. But yeah,
I don't hear anything. No one said anything.
It doesn't look like it, does it? But just going through them, they just look so stupid and fucking cartoony, man. The only thing I thought, and I will say there's just one thing, I mean, just look at these. Jesus. It's like they've taken their eye out of there and then put it up here. Because...
Yeah, I don't mind that character with the axe.
Which one? That one?
Scrolling. The next one down. Like, that guy, I'm kind of like, out of all of them, he is probably the least shit. Doesn't have a ridiculous head. The axe looks decent.
I can almost like this head with the helmet on. It looks okay. I can't stand these grinning skeletons. I just can't stand them. They look awful. I mean, look at this guy. This guy looks like some kind of weird... Well, he is a bone golem, but it's what it looks like. It's retarded. Look at it. It's fucking awful. Can you see I'm pointing at him? Yeah, there you go. Like him. Jesus. Anyway.
Oh, well, I'm not sure which ones you're pointing at because of the stupid YouTube delay.
Okay, well, you'll see it in a minute. I'm not streaming to you, am I? Let me just stream to you real quick. Maybe be able to see.
Why do I have to live in the past? Jesus.
Because you turned up late.
No, I didn't. I was here 20 minutes early. Mostly.
just in the wrong place. Yeah. Yeah, this guy with this gormless face here. Awful. Sorry. Only ones I thought might be half decent is these, and I wouldn't use them as Ossiarch Bone Reapers, but I was like, if you used to take the heads off, you could potentially use them as something else, like assassins for something, and just have this be like armour. They're the only ones that I thought looked half decent, and even then, only when you get rid of the smoke effects, because I hate smoke effects on models. They look shit.
Yeah, those were the other guys that I didn't mind.
There's a little bit of something kind of dark elf assassin about them. They do look like the Skeleton Warriors cartoon, you're right. The axe guy at least has his heart in it.
I never saw it.
I like that the bows have strings at least. Yeah, I suppose. Oh, Garden of Eden, 7,900. They're pretty neat. Well, I'm glad we had a quick look at them then. As I say, I think these guys, I don't know what they were called. I think these guys have some potential. Like, I could use them for something, converting them.
I like that someone spoke up and they felt brave enough to do it.
I do. No, there's no shame here. Everybody likes something different. At the end of the day, you know, if you like something, you like it. It's as simple as that. There's absolutely no fucking shame. Age of Sigmar has knocked out some amazing models recently. Some amazing models. And then they did the Hashut bollocks. But they've done some amazing models. The Ossiarch Bone Reapers are just not to my taste. That's all there is to it. But yeah, these guys I could definitely see myself converting into assassins or even like mandrakes or something. If you think about it, you could convert into Dark Eldar mandrakes. I think I actually prefer them to the poses we got. So these are called Mortis Reapers. Yeah, they're kind of cool. But that's it. So yeah, that's those guys. And then you've got a new battle box which has got stuff in it, and a new spearhead. I will say, actually, for a spearhead, bearing in mind, Matt, that the spearheads are like 90 quid, that does look like a fairly decent amount of stuff, even if you don't particularly like the models.
Yeah. It's cavalry as well, so they're quite chunky.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So there's quite a lot of stuff there for that, if you like that. But honestly, the only Ossiarch Bone Reaper model that I ever really liked was Catafros, the king dude. It's more of like a display piece of the shield. I kind of liked him. But that was it. Right, so what else we got? Enter the Lair of the Tyrant. What's this all about? Oh, it's just the books. That's just the books. But this is where we'll probably find those new... Yeah, here they are. So I want to talk about these because my theory, guys, is that they've purposely made the new... combat patrols shit, so that people see these new ones, but these new ones that are much better are all limited limited availability, sorry, that's the one. So they're kind of getting back into the FOMO thing, because that's the only reason. I mean, I can't see any reason why this couldn't be a long-standing combat patrol. Just put it next to the homunculus one. Maybe you can convince somebody to buy both, homunculus Coven one. But no, they'll just FOMO it instead. And these Hellion models are not the best. Out of all of the 2011 redesign for the Dark Eldar, and most of them have endured very well, and I've got a massive Dark Eldar army which is not painted. It will be eventually. It's the Cabal of the Howling Stars. Points if you get the reference. And
hold on a minute, there's some black metal reference there.
Maybe. And although I don't know if you really call them black metal these days, but yeah. I just don't see why they can't make that available all the time. It's weird to me. I don't know why they do this FOMO thing, but it does seem like they've been purposely making all of the combat patrols worse value. Each one, if you remember correctly, each and every single combat patrol has just got worse. The Genius of the Cults one got way worse. The Dark Eldar one got way worse. They all just got worse. They took the vehicles out of them and they just made them kind of shit. And then all of a sudden for the 500 worlds we get some decent ones, but you can only get them while they last. Yeah, sus. Because here you've got a Sybarite, a squad of witches, 3 Reavers, 2 Venoms, 5 Hellions. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Those Hellions are from Highlander 2. I recognise them.
And then you've got a Votan one, and Matt, you have to tell me about these. I mean, I thought those big robots were half decent, but that's only 4 boxes, isn't it? 4 units.
Well, there's some short dudes on bikes, and then there's some short dude down the front, and then there's some taller dudes, and there you go. That's about it. Really.
And the guy down the front's the one with all the dildos, yeah?
That's your favourite one, yeah?
Yeah. You can lose the dildos. I just like the way he's got his fingers interlaced, like, yes.
Dr. Shocktopus.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. So that's obviously the next bit of the 500 worlds. That'll be out within the next few weeks, I have no doubt.
You know, the really bad thing is, if they'd have gotten rid of those 3 bikes, they'd have put in like maybe 2 of those new carriers in there, I probably would have got that. Just for the models. Yeah,
I get that. I mean, I did like these bigger models. I thought these were better. And as I say, great. I do quite like this Votan. I had a lot of problems with the Votan direction they went in, and I particularly don't like these Pioneer dudes in leather trench coats. I just think they're just awful. I know it's how they've tried to redo the trikes that were in the 2nd edition version. I just don't think they did it particularly well. 400 points, is it really? Wow. 400 points.
No.
That's crazy. Is that really 400 points?
Yeah, but yeah, if they'd have put in like 2 carriers or something, I definitely would have got that, and I'd have given you the pervert down the front, you deviant.
Yeah, I'll convert him into a tech priest. Is it
Hentai priest?
Yeah, hentai priest. Was it the Caprica was the correct carrier, wasn't it?
That was it. Yeah.
Yeah, Capricus, I think it was, or something like that. Yeah, cool. So yeah, that's all coming our way, and yay, I guess. Oh, and I thought this was funny as well. If you look in this 500 Worlds book, Matt, everything we wanted, they've put in here. So you can make your own characters, give them like different war gear and stuff. It's like you can do it. You've just decided you're going to do it by selling a £50 book that's good for like 4 months.
Oh, that sounds familiar. It's just like the stuff that we used to do before it all went a bit too much money.
Exactly. So yeah, I was just like, oh, really? I mean, maybe it's a sign for what they're going to do with 11th, but I doubt it. I see more of the same, unfortunately.
Yeah, I can't remember where it was, if it was on like Facebook or if it was on Reddit, but someone was looking at that little list of customizations you can do, and they went, "This is the best bit about all of these books."
Oh, really? Okay, fair enough. Just on the Age of Sigmar side, we've got this. They're doing the same as they did for 40k. One codex gets a full army release. The other codex gets a character and, well, not codex, an army tome, or whatever they're called. Is it army tomes? Battle tome, that's it.
Battle tomes.
Battletoads. Battletoads. Oh my god, so many friendships destroyed over that one. No! The game is so hard. So you've got your Zinchian Saucer here. He's okay. He's okay.
I like him.
I didn't realise at first that this is actually... I thought it was just feathers, but it's actually a bird he's got on his back. It's actually like a full phoenix bird or something like that. So that's kind of cool. It's not bad.
It's all good. The only thing I don't like about it is that as much as I really like that kind of that glaive that he's got, that skinny bit in the middle is going to be a goner.
Oh, yeah, I guess,
All
yeah.
you've got to do is catch that on something, and there's going to be a little tiny snap noise, and you're going to be like, oh.
It's asking for it, isn't it? I mean, you're not going to be able to impale yourself on that one. In the old days, you could like genuinely impale yourself on models. I remember the oh god, guys, help me! What is the Dogs of War pikeman unit called?
Dogs of War pikeman.
No. They had really weird, like Italian names and stuff. But those pikes, like if you lent your arm on those, oh man, you'd know about it. You'd know about it. That hurt. That's just going to snap. It's just going to snap.
For safety reasons, we can't have people hurting themselves.
Exactly, yeah. And then you've got these, which are kind of cool, but I hate that they don't seem to be able to make these energy effects look good, and they just look like big hair.
Hair is power.
Basically. Like, it's just exactly the same here as this kind of... Like, you've got almost like a fleshy texture here, and then it's the same. It was the same with the... Yizark? No. Yizian? No.
The Incarn.
Incarn, thank you. Same with that. It's the same with all these swirling bits around it, just like shit, and the actual model kind of looked okay, but all the swirling bits around it, like 40% of the model. So, yeah, new ones for that. Holy shit, that's that. I don't remember them showing that off. That's a pretty cool Battle Force, dude.
That is. That's a pretty cool Battle Force full of lots of old stuff.
Nice. So you get the Great Demon of Tzeentch, you get two boxes of horrors, because they're sold as a box of horrors now, aren't they? Flamers are plastic now. Screamers. And then you get the old... bit cheeky here, because that's technically one kit.
Yeah, it is one
You can
kit.
just take the flamer off. The flamer is on the chariot kind of thing, normally, but you can just take them off and do them separately.
Get a herald on there instead.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad. Spearhead is a load of Zangors. That's not bad either, I've got to say. And these are cheaper. You don't pay the 40k tax. You pay a 40k tax with combat patrols. You don't pay that with Age of Sigmar. So Age of Sigmar, you get a bit more for less, which is nice. And those are nice models. Dreadnought was a weapon of terror. Yeah, the Dreadnought's just nothing now. I mean, Space Marines are nothing now. They brought Custodes out. It's like you've just diminished the Space Marines. It's one of the big problems I had with having the Custodes in 40k in the first place. You've just diminished the Space Marines, because now they're just not the big bad that they were.
They should have been supplementary.
Yeah, you should have been able to have like 1 or 2 or maybe 3 Custodes in an army, and that was it.
Anything outside of heresy.
Yeah.
Then
so they were more like Inquisitors or Assassins. They should never have been an army in 40k, because they'll never match the fluff ever. So that's not a bad Spearhead. That's not bad. I didn't see that in the preview, but that's kind of cool.
Very much adjacent to this, but very much in line with our interests. Angry Joe's just updated, and I've seen a notification. It says Kathleen Kennedy is ill.
Yes, it's been known for a while, mate.
Okay, carry on.
She's gone. Dave Filoni and some other woman's taken over. Dave Filoni is the creative side of it. The woman's doing all the book count, the admin side of it, basically, all of the business bit. So he's literally just focusing on making the stuff, and she's more running the company. It's not going to save Star Wars. I don't think anything can save Star Wars, if I'm being completely honest with you.
She's already wrecked it.
Yeah. So here's their Regiment of Renown thing they're doing as well, where you pay a crazy amount of money for a few models. So this seems to be a thing as well. And then there's your Lumineth Realm Lord dude, who looks more high elf than most Realm Lords do. Realm Lords. He hasn't got any cow in him, or giraffe or whatever.
Yeah, no mountain.
Yeah.
Or waterfall.
So he actually looks kind of normal.
I like the sword. I'm not sure about the rest.
Is that an alternate build? Holy crap, it. No.
Leg says yes.
Leg says yes. Tavard says yes. Yeah, it is. Cool. Okay. Yeah, that's not bad. Not bad. There's your room, battle tome. There's your army box, which is quite a lot of dudes, to be fair, and not a cow mountain in sight.
Nope. A lot of pointy helmets.
And there's your spearhead, which again, that's not. I mean, like, I look at these spearheads and I look at 40k spearheads, and I'm like, these are 10 quid cheaper or 15 quid cheaper. And like, if you want to do Age of Sigmar, they're not bad. Presuming you don't mind having your dudes ride these weird giraffe mixed with a tauntaun. And there's your regiment of renown. Nobody cares about that. Right, cool.
Wow. Is that really a regiment of one guy and some spells?
Yes. I think it's taking the word regiment to a whole new level. Whole new level.
I think every single person in the military has just raised their eyebrows into their hair at this point.
If you don't have enough Zangors by now, I don't know what to tell you. They're the ultimate filler unit. I remember the Thousand Sons Combat Patrol, where it was Combat Patrol Zangors, because they obviously hadn't sold any. So I put like 20 Zangors in the Combat Patrol. I was just like, what? You're crazy. I don't mind them, and I particularly don't mind those ones, the flying dudes and stuff, even if they do remind me a little bit of Space Marine 2. Yeah, they're not bad. I kind of like this one. I've got quite a lot of the... I've got all of these Silver Tower stuff, so that they could fit with that. But I don't need a reason to buy any more stuff. Right, I want to have a look at these, and then we're going to look at the really good stuff, Matt. These, I think, are a massive letdown, just for me, compared to most of the Blood Bowl stuff. I don't know what you guys think. I saw these, and I think they look really clunky and kind of weird, and like...
I sort of liked them when I first saw the Knights, and then I was like, actually, no, that's sort of, no, what you do like is the vampires, and they look sort of similar to that in silhouette.
I don't think they're good. So we're going to look at the closer look at them here. I mean, like, yeah, there's so much armour up here, it's just going to fall over. It's going to be so top heavy. And then these guys, I just want to look at these guys. They're like, the detail's really weird, like the way it goes into the head and into the cloak. I think these are really low detail and low standard for Blood Bowl, which has had some amazing models. I've got 5 Blood Bowl teams that I haven't even got around to painting yet. I bought them because they were so good. The Norse one, the Vampire one, the Undead one.
The gnomes.
Loads of them. I didn't get the gnomes, no.
I did.
Yeah, so these are a little bit of a letdown for me. As I say, it's like the new box. I really like the Undead one. I really hated the Bretonians. I mean, that just looks so awkward.
Oh, the Tomb Kings. Yeah, very good.
Yeah, they were nice, but I didn't like the Bretonians. Bretonians look really weird.
Well, Bretonians are weird a bit French.
And there goes all of our French subscribers. Thank you very much, Matt.
We're English. We're allowed to rib the French. We have long and varied...
Silly English niggets. Right, okay, let's look at the good stuff, shall we? So...
by the good stuff, do you mean the Sisters of Battle animation?
No, I don't mean that. We're going to skip that. We're going to skip that and canoness Nigeria. Nigeria clearly still exists in the 41st millennium. It's a bit of a weird one, isn't it, really, Guy? I mean, I can see why GW are doing it, but at the same time, it seems kind of dumb.
It's a bit cringy.
It's just like, really? Like, all these accents still exist? I get English, because like, English people created the fucking universe, so I'm like... I kind of get everybody sounding like they're out of the Lord of the Rings or something. I get that. I don't necessarily understand why Nigeria still survived in the 41st millennium, but go figure. There you go. We're getting a glaive, Matt. We're getting a glaive. It's lovely.
I've always preferred them to the Fellblade.
I remember looking at this at a preview, and it was all resin, and I was just like, it'll just cost a ridiculous amount of money, like a truly ridiculous amount of money.
I think they were upwards of 200 quid when they finally got retired.
More, yeah, I'd say probably a bit more. Yeah, probably more than that. Probably close to like 250. Lovely kits, don't get me wrong, but perhaps beyond the mien of normal man. And the the new Blood Bowl team looks like something you find on Thingiverse. Yeah, no, I do get you. Yeah, they really don't look... They look like an intern. I agree. I agree. Big or no, but yeah, I think there is something very crude about them that I don't like. This, on the other hand, is beautiful.
I'm trying to work out the icon that Chico has used for Sisters of Battle in the chat. I'm looking at it going, what is
It's a black lady with red nails, with nail polish.
Oh. my resolution on my screen's too high. It's
Clearly.
the icon really small. I'm just like, what the fuck am I looking at?
But it's going to be so nice to have these in plastic and not resin, because I don't know if you ever tried to put these together out of resin.
Yeah, Mike did.
Anything with flat panels in Forge World resin, you're just asking for trouble. I bought a Storm Eagle and I sold it. I was like, no, I'm not putting that together.
The Storm Eagle was a special case for horror.
I remember I bought the you remember the space guppy? Does he oh god, what's it called?
The Raven.
Storm Raven?
Yeah, they were awful.
Yeah, the little fat thing.
Was it Chapter House tried to save it?
Yeah, no, I was going to say I bought the Chapter House extension for it because it made it look a fuck ton better. And I was like, Chapter House can make perfectly flat pieces of resin. Why can't Forge World? You know?
You're the guy that worked with resin, you tell me.
Well, yeah, I used to make resin models. I've got a few of them here that I used to make for Warlord. Although, to be fair, Warlord was smart. They didn't try and make flat sheets of resin because it's a fucking dumb idea. So all of our, like, the Judge Dredd models and things like that were solid resin. Yeah, just a solid chunk of resin. Like the kind of thing you could put in a sock and kill somebody with. And they were so big that the mould got really hot because there was so much resin. And because there's so much resin, the reaction of it curing produces heat.
It's exothermic.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, they were crazy. Making sheets of resin and expecting it to go together to make like a cage or a hull is a very stupid idea. But yeah,
being cute timber, someone here is clearly from the UK.
yeah, pretty much, yeah. Not the greatest. I mean, you know, they call it expert. I'm like, yeah, expert level of patience to work with it. Never mind, we've got them in plastic now, Matt, and I'm happy about that. I do like the glaive.
I can get me a tank of tube across.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, will you be able to fit one in a 3,000 point army? Yeah, maybe. Probably not with a Primarch, but yeah, I mean, I like the fact we got it.
We've got the rules and points from already. I could look up, but I can't go.
That sounds like a lot of effort. And we've got a Whirlwind. I'd rather we'd got a Land Speeder, if I'm completely honest with you guys. But we got a Whirlwind.
I absolutely love that Whirlwind. I was really pleased to see them in Legions Imperialis, and I'm really happy that someone scaled it up to 28. It looks awesome. It's so much better than the 40k one. Yeah. And the 40k one had no problems. It was okay.
Yeah, it was all right. I like it. Just there's a lot of heresy stuff that we need that we still don't have. But yes, it's nice to have it, definitely. And another journal with rules for like 4 more vehicles in it, because of course.
Very, very much looking forward to that.
My God, you can see the size of them, can't you? Compared to like a Predator.
I don't know why we're getting rules for super heavy tanks that we've already got rules for. It's a bit of an odd one.
These are special rules that they can sell you more again, sort of.
I mean, I was looking over the Skitarii stuff today, like in a review on YouTube, as I did all the Battle Scribe stuff, and I got it all done like in one day, so I was quite pleased with that. And I found it really odd that at the back of the book, they dedicated a whole page to Myrmidon Destructors because they're getting a new plastic kit, and they were like, "This is an updated profile."
We haven't got them yet.
It's exactly the same as the old one.
Is it really? Oh, Jesus.
The only difference that I could spot was that they've worded the weapon options differently. So instead of having like a Volkite caliber as standard, and you can change it.
Oh, it's an option because there's going to be two different kits of the Myrmidians.
It's now just one of 4 weapon options, which is fundamentally the same thing.
Good Lord. Okay. Well, GW is going to GW at the end of the day, innit?
It make me wonder. It's an odd thing.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't. There's so much stuff that I kind of get it, but I really didn't like the fact they stripped stuff out just to send it back to you as a codex. So they didn't want the rules out there without the model being out there, kind of thing. So I kind of get it on some levels from GW, but at the same time, I don't particularly have to like it. But these books, and I've always said that I don't think the books are worth getting from GW, are available in various ways outside of, so it doesn't really matter. Right, let's have a look at these Custodes, shall we?
I still buy them. I don't know. It makes me wonder if we're going to see a handful of more vehicles for the Astartes, because, like, this book, I'm looking at it, and it's kind of like there's rules for what seems to be vehicle-only clashes, and I'm kind of cool with that. Like, I'd see that as quite an interesting thing.
Yeah.
But the only new data sheet in it is going to be that new Whirlwind. And I'm kind of like, surely there's got to be more than just one new unit in there.
What else is there for the Space Marines at this point?
Well, I don't know. That's why I'm interested in seeing what
I mean, I don't want them to. I definitely don't want them to make up any more bullshit. Put it that way.
Well, there's always more variants of a Rhino chassis,
True. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Let's look at these Custodes.
Yes, enough. Let's have a look.
They're so pretty. I really do like these. Somebody did point out to me that the lower leg is actually plainer than they used to be. That's a very good point. And I do kind of miss that little bit of detail, and like it's got an Aquila on it. But I have to say, overall, I do really like these. I do really, really like these. I think these are quite magnificent, I have to be honest. They've been scaled up. They're huge. Compared, they put one next to like a what was it? Solar Guardsman dude. It's like twice his size. Twice his size. It was ridiculous.
Literally come up to his belt. I was like, oh.
That does mean that they're going to be expensive, unfortunately. But such is the way of things, I suppose. It's all GW. If you prefer,
don't need to buy many of them.
Yeah, true. I mean, if you prefer to, I'm sure versions of them will be available as and when that you can print. One weird thing about these guys, there's no triggers to fire the guns. How do they fire the guns?
With their minds. They're customers. They've got the best technology. They don't need triggers.
I mean, like, it's like 10,000 years ago, they didn't need... and these are getting used in 40k as well, so I don't understand why they got rid of the... why they got rid of the triggers. I just don't understand. Maybe they figured that people would be triggered enough as it is, but I really like these. I think they're better proportioned. They're bigger. They're like Primaris have got so big now that I've got a big Custodes army, and like the Custodes look proper weedy next to them. When I get these, I don't know what I'm going to do with my old Custodes. I really don't. I mean, they have to try and separate them at the waist and try and bulk them up a little bit. Put a little bit of filler in there, or
got a washer in there,
or maybe put like a just put like something under their feet so they got platform boots. Like Tom Cruise it. But yeah, they're really nice. I really do think these are a massive upgrade. They're all just really cool. I like the poses better. Like the old Custodes had that really kind of walking forward pose that never looked right because their feet were so dumpy. As somebody said, their helmets are much bigger, which is great. The reason their helmets are not straight is these are most likely 3D printed masters. These are probably not plastic. Simple as that.
I don't know if they would have used the masters for this and painted them up, but I suspect the masters are somewhere quite safe.
Well, no, the 3D printed. So not the actual, but the actual 3D print. I mean, they can print, once you've got a design for it, it's 3D printed CAD. You can have as many as you want, can't you? They're all technically masters because of all the first print. Technically, there's no such thing as a 3D print master. They're all masters because they're all printed fresh. It's not like resin. The reason there's resin masters is because it's the first one that's been made, and then you make the others off of that.
Yeah, you do the mould off it.
And then the mould deteriorates over time, so you need to go back to the master. You can't just keep making it from that mould. But that's probably why they're bent. That's probably why they're bent, to be honest, Kevin.
I recant my statement. It was heresy, and I will recant.
So yeah, I imagine that's why they're bent. I would hope the plastic ones would be better than that. But no, they're really nice. I mean, no notes. Really no notes. I think these are really good.
None of it was shit at all. It was a great release for
Yeah.
these guys.
Yeah, really. I mean, just look at that guy there.
Go.
What? That one in the middle? That's a bloke.
It's a Custodes. Who can tell?
Well, true.
Some of them are going to be really just like I'm not sure. Either way, they're going to kill about 50 dudes in about 5 seconds. So it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, they look so much better. That is a really good upgrade because those old Custodes models are pretty old now. Custodes came in like what 8th when Guilliman came in.
Yeah, because they were in the Prospero box.
So like they've been around for a while now. So they were due an upgrade, and I think if you're going to upgrade something, this is the way to do it. I think these look absolutely brilliant. Their heads also look the right size. I remember when I saw that new stupid captain they did, his head looked way too big. You know, little fat dumpy captain.
Oh, yeah, he looked way too big because of the way they did the cloak.
Yeah.
He just looked really fat and wide.
These, much better. And we've also got the Bustodes are so stupid on the 40k ones. Oh my God, they're ridiculous. So much to the point, if I have some spares left over from these, I may actually take them and put them on the 40k ones. But the other thing that's really nice is plastic tanks. They went the full hog and they did all the tanks.
Oh, you know what? I swear that's a new turret.
Yes, the bit at the top. The bit at the top looks different. So you see that bit over the cowling, that looks different to me. But yeah, these are glorious, absolutely beautiful. They've got that new flying base thing that looks really good, like a ball mount. Yeah, these are beautiful. Cannot wait to get my hands on some of these. Really can't. And they have done the dreadnoughts as well. I've already got a couple. One thing I'm wondering, I don't know the answer to this yet, if the dreadnoughts are maybe a little bit bigger than the old ones.
Maybe, I'm not sure.
Because once again, if you put those dreadnoughts next to newer 40k models, bear in mind that like the old resin dreadnoughts, and I have got some, they start looking a little bit out of scale. So I'm wondering if
they look awesome.
Yeah, they look awesome. They're brilliant models. Don't get me wrong, love them, but they look out of scale. They look a bit weird. Like a Primaris comes up over his waist big time, and it's just a little bit, you know.
You mean the old ones?
Yeah, the old ones, yeah. A little bit undreadnoughty looking. So I'm wondering if they might have made these a little bit bigger. They haven't said.
Actually, you know what? The one thing that I found a little bit weird about this release was the Custodes icon on the other Dreadnought's shield. The Galatus, was it?
Yeah, it looks horrible. It's just flat. It's flat and black.
Literally just a flat black icon.
Yeah.
And I was like, really? That's one of the focal points of the model. You couldn't have done that a bit different.
Well, the thing is, like GW, when they do their cheap transfers, they can only have one colour because they're cheap ass. The Forge World ones that were really nice are like actual proper painted, you know, sort of like they look really good. But it doesn't it makes a really nice model look cheap.
If there's any. Did Forge World do any Custodes ones?
Yeah, they did a whole sheet. I've got about 3 sheets of the Ultramarine ones because I was like, I'm going to need so many.
It's a shame.
So I was like, yeah, I grabbed a load of those. There was definitely a Custode set. Next time I'm down Warhammer World, I can have a look for you.
Yeah, because I figured if I'm going to get one of these, I want better transfers to put on it than that.
Yeah,
and
it's
I'm
horrible.
not good enough to print it.
Yeah, it makes it look cheap. It really does. Nice shield captain. Looks good. Again, no notes. Less said about that face, the better. I like to think that maybe it's a tribute to our dearly departed Queen Elizabeth. That's all I can think of, honestly. Well, it looks more like Princess Anne, to be honest. But yeah.
I would have preferred the Dreadnought to have had a shield like that, like on the captain. Obviously, it's a mark of rank, so it's not going to be so ornate. But
yeah,
damn it, looks awesome.
Yeah, it does look nice.
If I was on a battlefield and I saw that thing coming towards me, and that shield slam was the last thing I was ever going to see, I'd be like, God damn, that's the nice.
Yeah. Yeah, really nice. Really, this is just lovely. Absolutely lovely model. Get rid of that head. And we also got these. We got the Ventari as well. Forgot about those. Yeah. Gordon. Yeah, these look great. These look great.
I'm gonna cry for a week when Brian Blessed passes.
It's gonna suck, mate. It's his birthday today.
What is it?
Yep. It's his birthday today.
Happy birthday, Lord Blessed.
Yeah.
You're a gift.
Yeah, awesome bloke. Still going strong by looks of things. Yeah, these are great. Again, something you could only get in resin before. Nightmare to deal with. Now in plastic. And also, thankfully, they're low down enough that they don't look that stupid. This one a little bit stupid. They don't look that stupid coming off of these bits of masonry and stuff.
Birches.
Yeah, really nice. Love those. Canada's tank. And also the carrier. And that carrier is nearly the size of a fell blade or falchion or glaive. Huge. Mate, I'll tell you what, the last flying stands they did were the worst thing I got them. I remember buying Dark Imperium, and I was just trying to put the Inceptors, which I hated as a model anyway.
Oh, they were awful.
On those flying bases, and it was just impossible. It was literally impossible. Yeah, no, it's totally a choice, Kevin, with the transfers. You're right. I mean, they can charge a premium by doing the nice ones, but as you say, Airfix have been doing Motorco ones for ages. You know, and even the old second edition ones had more than one colour on them. They weren't quite as nice, and obviously the sheets were a lot smaller, like teeny little ones. But
I remember those.
Yeah,
No.
I've got loads. I've got like thousands of them somewhere. They're all like turned yellow now because they're so old. I mean, those transfers are probably older than some of the people that are watching this at the moment. So, but you've got this new like ball flying base, which just looks really nice. Looks good from the back as well as the front. Perfect lady. Wow. Yeah, really nice. And the only thing letting it down is this stupid fucking Codex cover. I don't know why they do this. Or Liber cover.
Even the other Dreadnought would have been much better than that.
It just looks shit. I think back to those beautiful black books. And I know they were leather bound and they were premium, but they had a great big picture across the front with like a battle going on and all that kind of stuff. And it looks so good. And then you just look at this and it's just like...
You know what? I look at it and in my mind I hear the Monty Python foot sound just...
Yeah.
Just have that. There's this picture of a model stamped on the front.
Yeah. So and then obviously Sisters of Silence got nothing because fuck the Sisters of Silence, I guess. Which kind of sucks. But there you go. I mean,
I always thought they were very interesting, but just
I don't know why they didn't. We all have our ideas about why they brought in the female Custodes, and I still think there's probably something to do with Amazon. Personally,
Amazon was like a TV show with women that can't talk, outrageous, and all the dudes are like, "It sounds okay."
Yeah, I do not see the problem.
My wife doesn't listen to this, I'm fine.
But yeah, well, I'm the thing is, dude, like generally, I'm not being funny. Girls just don't care about 40k. Yeah. They really don't. Your missus, didn't you try and get her into Blood Angels or something? And it lasted like 2 weeks, and she was like, "I can't be fucked."
Yeah. She painted a bunch of Blood Angels, and then I didn't let her win any games, and she got around and never played it again. Under the guise of we're having a child, I won't have time for it anyway.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. I mean, Kirsty likes Nurgle and stuff, but she doesn't give a fuck about female representation. She's never shown any interest in Sisters of Battle or Space Marines for that matter. She likes Nurgle and Tyranids and Orcs, like most girls. I'm sorry, it's true. It's true, man.
Most girls liked Eldar.
Not from what I've seen, actually. But one of my girlfriends back when I did like 3rd edition did really like Eldar. And she was a really good painter as well. It's really annoying. She did this really nice Eldar army. It was black, white and red. But like all like, imagine like playing cards. Symbols all over them and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, really nice. Really nice. This whole hobby is turning into a killer wearing a skin suit of your loved one. Yeah, kind of. My main concern, and generally, I don't mind female representation in these things generally. My concern is that it gets taken so far that because there's women everywhere, you kind of have to soften down the experience. You can't make it quite as brutal as it should be, you know, and 40k should be one of the most brutal things you have ever seen in your entire life. You know, people are getting ripped apart, people are getting ripped open, horrible things is happening to everybody all the time. Chaos are doing all sorts of horrible things. Jesus Cults are doing all sorts of horrible things. And it just kind of all feels like it's slowly getting sanitized into this PG-13 sci-fi fantasy world and not the brutal, hellish dystopia that I want it to be, simply put to that. And I see the increasing woman or female representation in it to just be a further symptom of that ongoing condition, coupled with the fact that they want to get youngsters, you know, into the game from like ages like, you know, you get people putting like, oh, my kid's like painting these models at 6. It's like, great, yeah, your kid can paint those models at 6, but the universe was always too violent and grim and stuff like that. And like when we had kids come into, when I worked at the stores, if a kid came in, they were like 9 or 10, they wanted to play, we're like, yeah, come back when you're 12, 13, and we'll give you an intro game and you can do it. But it's been dumbed down, it's been sanitized so much at this point that it is quite often a cartoon. Every now and again you get a nice little bit of something that, you know, sort of addresses something a bit more adult. Some of the Bolter and Chainsaw, Hammer and Bolter episodes were, you know, quite good and quite dark. But then their idea of having something edgy is something like Interrogator, I think it was called, where the guy just kept going fuck all the time, and I was just like, look, I don't want that.
Black and white.
And it was the story was okay, dude. I just couldn't stand.
Language aside, it was good.
Yeah, the language really, really annoyed me. And yeah, it's just I just get the feeling we're getting that kind of dumbed down, young adult, PG-13, 15 kind of thing, rather than an adult thing we got. And that's why I tend to lean slightly to more the Horus Heresy, because that just fits more of that kind of old, militaristic, truly dark times. What we've got at the moment in 40k, I call Grim Hope. It's like the Primarchs are back, almost like approaching this new golden age, and that's never been what Warhammer 40,000 was ever. I still think that splitting the galaxy up into the Dark Imperium and the Light Imperium was the worst thing, because it's meant nothing in the grand scheme of things, apart from it makes things more awkward. But yeah, I mean, I'd imagine out of us grognards, there's an awful lot of us that would point to 8th edition as being the point in the lore that things changed for the worst. And I did actually, you've reminded me, Matt, I did actually want to bring up another point. Let's just see if I can find a bloody picture. No, it'd been screenshots, because it was a screenshot I took.
Careful in the screenshots folder.
Yeah. Come on. There we go. All right, so it's that one. Boom, here we go. So I want to look at this. So you know of the Outer Circle, Matt, correct?
Yes.
Macca, Australian chap. And he did a really good video basically showing the different eras of 40k. Because you always get these people, the Bustodes thing, and people are like, look, you're fucking with the law, we don't like it. And people just turn around and go, well, there used to be a half Eldar, half Space Marine librarian, and there used to be an Inquisitor called Sherlock Cousteau or whatever. And I'm just like, look, just fuck off. If it's a rogue trader, all bets are off, because that was just a bunch of biker punks just making up weird shit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was. It works for the time.
Yeah, exactly. And the lore for me doesn't really start until 2nd edition, as we've been discussing in our retrospectives. Rogue Trader's one thing, that lays some of the blueprints, but 2nd edition onwards is when they start getting serious about things and making it right. Oh, look, there he is. Hello, Macca. Yeah, this is brilliant, mate. I don't know what compelled you to do this mighty fine piece of work, but yeah, I love this because, as I said, if it's before 1993, I'm not counting it as, you know, when people go, oh, there was female spacemen, I'm like, no, there fucking wasn't. They didn't know what the hell they were doing, you know, back in the Vogue Trader days. They were just doing all sorts of, exactly, didn't sell, we binned it. It's weird as that, you know. As you said, Primarchs were generals. You look at, there's a picture of Lehman Russ, he's like the commander of the Space Wolves. No, I mean, dude, no, it doesn't matter whether it's particularly concise or not. I think it's absolutely fine as it is. The only thing I noticed is that Behemoth returned should have been Leviathan returned, but that was it. But yeah, this stuff is all, for me, if this is in red, you don't get to count it. You don't get to count it. As Macca correctly said, it's from second onwards that we've got the consolidation era that they started making a cohesive timeline. Okay? And this is where you get through what we remember being the great stuff. I remember the second edition Chaos Codex. It was huge. It was a massive book, and it was full of so much stuff as they started to compile, you know, the Black Legion for the first time, and they started to put it all together. You got Abaddon, all that kind of stuff. And this is what's endured through, look, that was like 95, 96. We're now 30 years later and still working on that line of history, of a cohesive universe, ignoring the Matt Ward bit here. But what Macca said that I thought was absolutely amazing and really, really relevant was the work that Alan Bligh did for the setting, which is all around here in what he's put, there's the consistency era. And it was all those awesome, all Imperial Armour books. And, you know, that was where we really started to get serious about this being the setting that it was. It started to turn into this kind of militaristic science fiction world. We got like the Jane's. You remember those aircraft and ship books? I think it was Jane's Flying Aircraft and that kind of stuff. Yeah. And it was like you got these great, beautiful illustrated panels of planes. And I lapped that stuff up when I was a kid. I've still got them upstairs. And it was like, go on. Yeah. And I was going to say it was like that for 40k. Like somebody genuinely looked into it and went, okay, this is what this would be like. This is what this would be like. Not particularly because we want to sell the models, although I'm sure that was, even back then, a directive from GW. But Alan Bligh felt like somebody who genuinely wanted to just flesh out everything. And I love him for it. Yeah. I met the chap. He was a really nice guy.
He was, yeah. I met him a few times. Never actually got to speak to him and sit down properly, but I bumped into him twice and thanked him. It was very
No, I got to speak to him. It was before the Warlord title even came out in resin, I think. And they had like a display of one. I think it was green and red. And it was like a big Adeptus Mechanicus or whatever.
Hanger.
Hanger. That's the word. Yeah.
That's still in the exhibition hall. I think it's in the last one.
I don't know. I've not been there for a while. You know, man. It's been a couple of years now. That's what I get for living 10 minutes down the road from Warhammer World. It just seems it's like meh.
Yeah, I think that's in the same bit with all the older stuff like the Vampire that you can't get anymore.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they've got all in the because they turned the last hall into like the back of the shop kind of thing. So yeah, I know what you mean. But yeah, Alan Bligh, brilliant guy. You could just tell that he was so enthusiastic, and you know, I genuinely feel that the Horus Heresy never really recovered from his loss. If I'm being completely honest with you, as much as I do like what the specialist design teams did and everything, and I think that this is where we got the real premium grimdark universe that we were looking for. What you would call peak 40k, and obviously Heresy. Yep. This is where we really got the great stuff. And even here, we were getting sort of like, Plastic Knights and all that kind of thing. It was all fine. And then when we hit 2017 with 8th, there is a noted and concerted effort to dumb the game down a lot. With obviously 8th being a much simpler game. I said in my things that I hope they change for 11th video that 7th was probably the most stable version of the game if you take out formations. And the fact that detachments now are just formations reborn. They are. Like the new detachment came out for combat patrols for destroyer units, making destroyer units broken. Hey presto, there was a brand new box with destroyers in it, all the destroyers. And I imagine we'll get the same for the Dark Elder. I imagine they'll get a new detachment that makes witch units amazing so they can sell through that witch combat patrol. Because it's what GW does. But yeah, you see the changes here and you can see where they just stop giving a crap about it. We had a few retcons, it's true. Like Macca said, the Necrons, that was a whole thing. But the old Necrons were a very, very limited is a good word, yeah. Limited range. And that's when you had pariahs and stuff like that. There wasn't that much to it. It wasn't a full faction in the way that they want them to be, if you know what I mean. So I get that. And as I say, we've got the Matt Ward stuff got a little bit mental, but yeah, fair enough. This is the point at which I would say that I just started to get, and as it went on and on and on and on, and we're going into 11th now. It's bonkers. Like Macca said, we've got Silent King Returns does absolutely fuck all in the lore. I mean, I don't read all the library books, but has he done anything? I don't think he has. Leviathan comes back. We're told at the start of 10th edition that Leviathan is right on the edge of Segment Solar. Humanity's immortal, powerful for tyranny. No, they've not done anything. They've not done anything. No, sorry. False alarm. Are the Tyranids approaching Earth or not? Are they being attracted by the Emperor? We don't know because they've just left it. All of the drama, none of the thingy. The lion came out at the end of 9th. What's he done? Well, I can tell he's been sitting on his arse. There's been a couple of Black Library books, but he doesn't seem to have done anything in the lore. And now we're going back to Armageddon again for like the 6th time. And I'm like, guys, stop making the galaxy smaller, please. There's so much you could explore. But again, they've cut the galaxy in half. You can't get to half of it now. So, yeah, from a lore perspective, I think that the narrative of Warhammer 40,000 is really quite a big problem. And you've got stupid stuff like Custodes were almost female. And I'll tell you why they made that decision. Because they knew that the next Custodes box they released would have to double for 40k and the Horus Heresy. And they knew it was going to have female heads in it because of the Amazon, if it is due to the Amazon. So therefore, you can't say, oh, right, we're going to release these female heads, but you can't use them in 30k. That's not going to work. So this is why you've got this really stupid, clumsy thing of they were always female. What they're trying to make stick. Whereas if they'd taken their time about it and done a really cool event, an apocalyptic, galaxy-shattering event, and maybe somebody sabotaged the Custodes process and they had to start making female Custodes, people might have given them a little bit of respect there at least. So yeah, we've got so little of the people that made this happen left. Jez is gone, or near as. May well find that the Corsairs and the new Viper were his swan song. He'll be gone soon. Maybe he's going to do one more run on the Eldar vehicles just to bring them up to date. Maybe not. There's also a few Dark Eldar bits that could be done. So you've got that as well. No, they should never have abandoned the 5 minutes before 12, the 5 minutes to midnight status quo, ever. The closest we ever should have got was the end times where they said the Emperor's throne was breaking. That was it. Should have just left it there. That's fine. The cicatrix melodics amounted to nothing when it could have been such a good bedrock for new factions and models. They ignored it. They just used it to do that whole bloody Vigilus thing, the Nachman Gauntlet, which went on forever. And it just really does seem like they're not getting the talent in to make these great things like we used to have, like Andy Chambers, Lord Chambers, did so much for 40k, like Alan Bligh, rest in peace. As I say, I'm sure the specialist games guys are doing what they can and stuff like that. But you've also got a whole lot of new young people coming into the hobby who've got whole new ideas. I read today that somebody, some of the guys that are working in GW at the moment are ex-Wizards of the Coast, which to me just explains fuck tons. Do you know what I mean? I was like, oh my God. I take one look at what that company's done and I'm like, yeah. So I really appreciate this by Mac. And as I say, I wanted to mention it because it brought back to me that, yeah, I don't consider Rogue Trader era to be applicable when it comes to lore. I just don't. It starts here in 1993, or it's just slightly beforehand because we've got the compendiums and stuff like that, you know. Where they started to etch it out and they were doing it in White Dwarfs where they put things like Terminators. And me and Matt have covered that in retrospectives, to be fair. But certainly people who go, oh, they've always changed stuff. No. Back then was different. This has always been more or less consistent with little bumps here and there. You know, changing Necrons and enhancing those because there's like literally 3 or 4 units in the army and reinventing the line is one thing. But you know what they're doing now is just crazy, and it just seems that every new thing they do, it doesn't mean anything. They hype it up. They're like, oh, the Silent King, Zarek's coming back. Oh, nothing. Lovely model. I've got one. I've painted it. Done nothing. Leviathan. Oh my God, Leviathan. Oh, it's going to be. Oh, look at these Ultramarines getting killed by these Tyranids. Oh, they're right on the edge of Earth. Nothing. Now the Ultramarines apparently, they're not bothered about Tyranids at all. They're now bothered with the 500 worlds. Okay.
See, this is the problem with like new GW versus old GW. Old GW were like, we're up to the 41st millennium. We've literally got 10,000 years of history that we can faff with.
Mm-hmm.
And 10,000 years is a lot of time, and the galaxy is a big place. And we can just take different events from that time and just focus on those and fill in the gaps. Whereas at some point they went, nah, we need to move this forward. And they really, as you said, didn't have the talent or the good ideas to do so. Should have just scaled up Marines to have like Mark 10 plate, which looks great.
I think we agreed more or less that we were not got a problem with those Primaris intercessors. I definitely have a problem with the Inceptors and stuff like that. But as a rule for Mark 10, if that had just been normal Space Marines getting Mark 10, that maybe Cool had come up with, I think I'd be fine with that, in all honesty.
Yep. That would be great.
Chaos Androids, yeah. And yes, robots in 40k. I mean, you know, we looked at Rogue Trader, we looked at the rules for the robots there, where you could program them and stuff, bonkers stuff.
Oh, that's so good, all the flowcharts.
Yeah, all the flowcharts and everything you could do for like programming your robots turns in advance. But that was a different time. That's you know, that was back when it was a borderline RPG. It's so far removed from that now that it is completely unrecognisable.
You could build like robots and dreadnoughts from the ground up.
Exactly. You could do. I mean, you could make your own special characters, point by point. So literally, you would assign stat lines to them and pay for the stat lines. You know, it was from the very beginning. So yeah, I did definitely want to just highlight that work that Mac at Outer Circle did. Definitely go check out his video. It's really good. He did do another one as well on the Lady Custodes. And I think that when it comes to the Lady Custodes, GW just kind of seem like... I mean, I am surprised that they put this clarification in here saying all Space Marines are male. And not only that all Space Marines are male, there are no female Adeptus Astartes. I am kind of surprised they put that in black and white. Now, we all know that this can change down the line. We all know that basically GW are Darth Vader in the Empire Strikes Back, speaking to Lando Calrissian. I've changed the law. Pray I don't change it any further. We know that. But I would like to think that by the fact they've actually put it in black and white here, we have at least bought ourselves 3 years or so before we're going to see anything like that. Certainly, I don't think we're going to see in this edition. Oddly enough, I did do a poll on that. Let's just have a quick look. Because I asked people, I did that video and there's an awful lot of people that were like just totally blackpilled and are like, nah, you can't trust GW. It'll happen anyway, trust me, they'll just do it. And while I do agree it's going to happen eventually, I do think it's an eventual thing. So I did a poll, I said, look, do you think that the Femarines, female Astartes, are coming in 8th edition or not? Simple as that. Now, the results of that poll, as of the moment, 61 votes, 46% think yes, 54 think no. That is a lot closer than I thought it would be, guys. There's a hell of a lot of people that just don't trust GW at all. And I can't say I blame them because of the reasons that we've detailed tonight. I personally don't think we'll see Femarines anytime soon. I don't think that GW can print that and do that unless they are prepared to attract an amount of vitriol. Like, that would literally be a kick in the balls to players, do you know what I mean? To say that and then do it in the next year or two. It really would. I'd like to think that means that we have got at least another edition to go. And as I've said, I think that, and people can think whatever the hell they want of this, but I think that female Steptus Astartes would be my jumping off point for 40k. Totally. I mean, I'm already sort of half the way out. I'm much more Horus Heresy than anything else. But the change that would have to happen to put females in it to the lore, I mean, like, Space Marines are basically stormtroopers, aren't they? You know, anything that's not human, anything that threatens the Imperium gets killed. You know? Simple as that. You know, we wipe them out. That's what the whole of the Great Crusade was all about. They kind of glossed over it, but it was basically a massive crusade of death. And I think if you've got women Space Marines in there, they're going to really struggle with that. Yeah, USA Libertarian, I agree. Just like in the movie, you can get away with all male action heroes if you make the president a woman. Yeah, precisely. That kind of stuff. And yeah, I'd like to think that we've been bought that time. But I do see it as an inevitability, unfortunately. Just because of the way GW's going. They want it to be this massive IP. They are making exactly the same mistakes that Star Wars have made, that Marvel has made. And I detailed all of this in the video. You know, Kevin Feige turned down and said, for every male superhero, I want a female superhero. How did that work out, Kevin? Right? How did that work out? You know, you had to bring Robert Downey Jr. back just to try and get something back from the franchise. Strange enough, comics have always and always will be, like wargaming, male dominated. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just the way it is, you know. But yeah, I don't want female Space Marines because then people start writing Space Marine romance stories and shit like that, and they start shipping things. They start shipping people, and I've already seen enough people try and insinuate that Space Marines have gay love for each other, and I'm just like, no, fuck off, please. Just please fuck off out of my hobby and stop ruining it, please. Please, please, please. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much where I am, and I was surprised that GW said it, but I'm even more surprised that just nobody trusts them at all, and a lot of people still think they're coming this year. So this edition, and I wouldn't discount it, but I'd like to think that this doesn't mean so. What's your thoughts on this, Matt? I've been babbling for a while. I need to get a drink, mate. I'll let you talk for a sip.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I didn't really want to interrupt you. Well, the thing is, like, I've kind of got a history of saying the Warhammer community lot, when they update stuff on the site and they post news and whatnot, it's kind of like secondhand information from someone at the studio who actually knows what they're talking about, and they just kind of get rough notes to fill in. So I can't really put it both ways. I can't have them update something and say, "Oh, we've always had female custodes," and then I'm like, "Yeah, but no, you guys don't know what you're talking about." And then they go and say, "No, but Space Marines are all male. We know that." And I'm kind of again like, just a bit of a pinch of salt, really. Although I don't think they're coming this year, I do believe that, like you said, they've literally put it in writing for everyone to see. So they can't really go back and change this article if they fancy doing it in the future, because the whole crux of it was to say.
Yeah, somebody said get it on Internet Archive before they before they edit it.
Yeah, I mean the whole crux of the article was that. And like, to be fair, if they would have done an article like this when they first introduced female custodes into 40k, it would have gone some way into placating people, like us, who are kind of like, you've literally just introduced a complete new thing with no justification whatsoever. There's like zero effort in it. Like,
yeah.
It's always been there, and I'm like, that's what someone without an answer would say. Because
It's gaslighting, isn't it? It's just pure gaslighting. It's turning around to the fan and going, no, you're wrong. They've always been there. You just never noticed. And I'm like, what?
Well, it's just because they've never been written about. So no,
They've done nothing in 65 or more Warhammer 30,000 novels, Horus Heresy novels, and God knows how many novellas, and the entire of the Siege of Terror, but they've always been there. Just very lazy. Very lazy.
Yep. Disappointment. That's what it was.
Oh, God, that face looks awful. Whatever way you look at it. Yeah, it's... there are going to be... I guarantee there are people within GW, working for GW, that want to push this change quicker. Oh, they want that horrible picture from Dungeons and Dragons, the super pastel rainbows and people kissing gay stuff and all over the place. They want that, which is as far removed from 40k as I can possibly imagine. We can only hope that it holds out for now, I think is all I can say. It's a weird one. I mean, it's not the same GW anymore. We know that. We know most of the old guard are gone. Very few of them remain. Jez, Dave Andrews. That's probably about it.
Probably. I mean, most of the I was going to say lesser stuff, but I think that means to do them a disservice, and I don't want to do that. But most of the other old school staff who weren't like massive names at the company are now all with Specialist Games.
Well, this is what happened. Yeah, I spoke to Louis Sugden. I said, look, I'm leaving Warlord. I'm thinking about trying to get back into GW. I said, obviously, because, I've got loads of experience in the industry. I've worked for GW in the past. And she said, look, if you are trying to get back into GW, she says, the only way that I see you being happy is if you get a job in Specialist Games. Oh, Mark Bedford's in Specialist Games Division. Oh, that's cool. So she said, yeah, because that's where all the old school are. She says it's so different everywhere else. It's just a completely different thing. If you want any element of what you used to have working for Games Workshop, then you have to go to Specialist Games Division. And this was, this was like 3 years ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago, wasn't it? I mean, that's probably explains why Specialist Games is about the only thing that kept us in the hobby. Like from 8th, we played 8th a fair bit, and then 9th came out and we barely touched it.
Yeah, maybe a game. I've not touched 10th at all. Not touched 10th at all.
I think I had 3 games of 9th, and I didn't enjoy any of them, really. And then 10th, I just looked at the rules, and then I had to go and change my T-shirt because it was sick on it, and then...
So was it 8th that my Necrons were unbeaten?
Yeah, it was 8th where you bought your cheat crons.
It was 8th. Okay, cool.
And they were OP.
Yeah, and I had to stop bringing my Necrons because I kept making my friends sad, and I didn't want to make my friends sad.
I refused to play you on the 12 race list.
It was great. It was complete cheese, but there was a way that you could get Wraiths to get a turn 1 charge by using combined stratagems, tie up your enemy's army while the rest of your army got in position, and you could also, there was a stratagem that allowed you to put resurrection protocols on Canoptech units, which you couldn't normally do.
Absolute nonsense.
My friends hated me. Absolutely hated me. Yeah, absolutely, Chikai. Yeah, it was Specialist Games. Mate, I'll tell you what, if Specialist Games wasn't a part of that company and they hadn't brought back the games that Specialist Games have brought back, I would have jumped.
Been out.
I would have jumped.
I think our whole group would have been out years ago.
I think we'd all be out. I think there is a whole different age range when it comes to specialist games. I really do. I genuinely feel that specialist games is for adults,
Yeah.
and then 40k is just more for kids now. I genuinely do. Simple as that.
That's what we said in it. Like, as soon as AT came out, and it was absolutely awesome. The models were great. The rules were fantastic. And that was it. We were just like, why would bother playing any more 8th edition when we can just play this instead? It's the buy-in count is not really that much. The rules are really enjoyable. The games have tons of character that 40k is losing.
Yeah.
Why would we bother? Like, I mean, yeah, it sucks that I've got 7 armies over the course of 35 years sitting around on shelves, literally gathering dust. My Tyranids have got fucking cobwebs on them.
Yeah, oh yeah, totally, dude. I mean, mine's all in the old Detolf cabinets, but yeah, they've not seen action for a long time now.
But you know, while spec games still do stuff that we enjoy playing, currently Necromunda and Legions Imperialis, then we're gonna stay in the hobby.
Yeah,
so, you know,
absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it's weird, isn't it? Because GW, and I was going to do a separate video about this, but I will mention it now real quickly. GW really does seem to have an aversion about their history. Almost like they're ashamed of it. And like I say, this is a video that I will be doing in the future, but we'll just briefly touch upon it. They did their 50th anniversary for their company, and like literally all they did was 20 pages in a White Dwarf and a couple of articles on Warcom. How many anniversaries does how many 50th anniversaries does a company get? Well, obviously only one, but you know what I mean. Like, I'm just saying. Well, no, I'm just saying it's not like a smaller. 50 years is a big fucking thing. I can, if you've done your 10th and your 25th, I can see you ignoring 30 and 45, but the 50 is a fucking big one, man. Yeah. Seriously. And they seem to be so adverse to the way that GW and Warhammer 40,000 in particular used to be, and so frightened of scaring anybody off that they won't give it any service at all. I would have thought that with Warhammer the Old World coming back, now would be a perfect time to re-release the Quest book for Warhammer Quest. Literally. Because you've got the old world back, so you've got all these models available. Release the Warhammer Quest book that had rules for using all the different models in it, and use it to boost sales of the old world. But instead, we've got this Nurgle Darkwater bollocks.
It doesn't even use the middle rule set. It's got a new rule set, hasn't it?
Yeah, completely. It's not Warhammer Quest. I don't care what it says. There's no bloody quest in it. And again, like, it was the 30th anniversary of that. We've had Space Hulk.
Don't get you started.
Come and go. Untouched. Teased, but untouched. I don't know why they're so scared of embracing nostalgia. And I can only think it is because they are genuinely ashamed of what the company used to be. It used to be a closeted, mainly blokes only, but as I said, I had a girlfriend who did it back in 2002 when I left.
Don't do the numbers.
2002 when I left GW. But I think they're ashamed of the fact that it used to be this closeted kind of thing, and I feel like Disney are the same with Star Wars. They hate the fact that Star Wars always used to be this mainly male-dominated world. And they hate that, and they refuse to embrace it, and they're trying to change it. And I don't see them doing any better than anybody else, to be honest. I really don't. We'll see. But, the Amazon show's so far away. We've got these female-focused animations coming our way. Don't even know if we're seeing Astartes 2 this year, even though that's all going to be bloody Primaris. That really pissed me off. Do you remember? Did you see that, guys? The Astartes 2 trailer. And I was like, oh my God, Firstborn. Oh, wow, this looks amazing. Oh, wow. And they're like, no, the new one's going to be all Primaris. I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. This is what they used to be like before the Primaris.
Oh, fuck you.
I was like, there's a Predator. No, you're not going to see anything.
Yeah, you're not going to see that. Yeah, exactly. Devastating Marines. Oh, wow. Oh. Yeah, and I do generally, even though I am a grumpy grognard, as are many of us, I do genuinely feel that GW have some kind of aversion and shame towards their past. They don't like it. They want to be this whole like new, inclusive, super modern company, and they don't like acknowledging the fact that this used to be a thing that people got mocked for, and that kind of stuff. They want to pretend it's always been this kind of semi-cool mainstream thing when it hasn't. It absolutely has not. So yeah, you got any thoughts on that one, Matt? While I grab another quick drink, mate.
Say what? I'm not really sure. What was the question again?
Fuck's sake, you can't get the staff. Any thoughts about GW hating their past? Jesus.
I like to keep you on your toes. Yeah, it's just a bit weird. I mean, on one hand, I can see how with staff turnover over the years, they would have less and less links, but tangible links to their past work, and less people that would care, which is a problem. You would have thought that people that get into a company would actually, give a shit about all the stuff that got them into it in the first place, like a long time ago. But they're a lot more corporate now than they used to be, and that tends to attract people that are there for the business rather than for the hobby, which is how the company gets to be how it is right now. So me being me, I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, unless they're Nigel Farage, and then I'm kind of like, I don't know if they hate their past and they're actively trying to distance themselves from it. I think that they've just got so many corporate focused people like in middle to high management now that they just don't care.
Maybe, but I mean, the thing is, GW or Warhammer in general used to be a very right-wing universe. Yeah. I won't say that only right-wing people would play it. It's not like that at all. No. But the universe itself was always very right-wing. It's about intolerance. It's about abstination. It's about purity. It's about all these kind of things. It's about doctrine and totalitarianism and all that kind of stuff. That's what it used to be. And I think that's what they're ashamed of.
Because originally it was a reaction to Thatcherite Britain.
Absolutely. Originally it was a satire. And all these people now going, oh, it's a satire. No. It started out as a satire.
It's not so much anymore.
It definitely moved up beyond that. Let me bring up Mac's picture again. Oh my God, OBS, behave. There we go. You see this red bit? Yeah, the red bit is the satire. After that, not satire. And when we got to 5th and 6th, like pretty damn serious about stuff. Now we're devolving into cartoon land, unfortunately.
Yeah. So like I've said before, 11th edition IKEA instruction booklet.
I mean, we'll just have to see how it goes. Obviously, GW do want money at the end of the day. It is as simple as that. They want Warhammer to be an IP and a lifestyle brand, and the reason they want them to do this is because model sales are dropping. The reason model sales are dropping is because they're too expensive. Although you can argue, you do get technically what you pay for because they're really nice models and the amount they cost and all that kind of stuff. They are expensive no matter what way you look at it. Some people are embracing 3D printing, and in general, like I think it was what are they called? Lords of War, chaps that run a store in Canada, and they were saying like they've noticed that all the people that got into Warhammer with Space Marine 2 have dropped off. They say they don't see him anymore. All those people that like, Space Marine 2, this is awesome. I want to get some models and stuff. They're all gone.
It's a fad for them.
It was a fad. It's gone. And these are the people that GW can't really rely on. It's short-term investment and short-term influx to the company. And yeah, I'm sorry to cut it is. They are going for the lifestyle brand. You can buy Warhammer on anything now. You can buy Warhammer candles, you can buy Warhammer ties, you can buy Warhammer this and Warhammer that. They're trying to make everybody know the brand Warhammer. It is as simple as that. Whether you're interested or not, everybody will know Warhammer.
got to point out though, I actually have a whole bunch of Warhammer candles, and I have a Warhammer tie, and they are all very nice. Thank you very much.
Oh God, does the Slanesh one smell like Gwyneth Paltrow by any chance?
I hope not. I've never smelt Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah, no, you're saying libertarian. That's exactly what I thought. I mean, it's exaggerated, but it is exactly how, it is the last chance saloon for humanity. It is how we do. We are under attack on every single side. Every single side. Yeah, Priestley does say, I've seen his interviews with things like, oh God, what is it? What's the guy, Studios?
I know the one. He does all the old school interviews.
Yeah, he does. He's local too. He's not far away. I can't remember what his bloody name is now. But anyway, that guy does go to the Studios work. Yeah, he's had Rick Priestley and Andy Chambers and that kind of stuff on. And they don't mention it, but they are not the same age that they were back then. And they're probably not as... Film Deck, that's it, Film Deck. Yeah, Film Deck Studios. They're probably not the same people they were back then and not in the same circles they were back then. Back then, they were all punks, young, bikers. It would go without saying that kind of thing would certainly have a little bit of, the... if not Rick, then some of the other people involved would certainly have some level of it. It's just now that it's just gone overboard and it's just mental now. As I said, Rogue Trade, I just look at a hodgepodge of crazy ideas that some crazy biker punks came up with, which were completely batshit crazy in this kind of 2000 AD crossed with Dune extravaganza that they tried to make into sort of an action RPG game, and it's just what it is. It's anything after that that's different. Incidentally, new Viper over old Viper by 62%, 38%. There's still quite a lot of counterculture is a good word for it, actually. Yeah, counterculture is a good word for it. The new Viper wins just about, so I like that. I think, because you've got work tomorrow, dude, we will leave it there. I've got some stuff to do tomorrow. It's quarter to 12, isn't it? Yeah, exactly. No,
for quite long enough.
No, one of my friends.
I always say to the rest of our group, oh yeah, me and Al have just got to do our YouTube thing, and then we'll be along to play games with you when we're finished. It's late. Yeah. Play any fucking games with them after this.
I mean, to be fair, we don't normally go quite this late, but we've had a good turnout. And thanks, Macca, as well for popping on. We will, because I said what we do is we do the Horus Heresy thing where we talk about what heresy needs. We will make that the next C.H.E.B.S as and when we do it. Might be a couple of weeks from now.
I need to get in. I think we need to get in more heresy games before we do that.
Well, yeah, but also, I mean, we know what is missing. Things like land speeders and stuff like that.
It depends on the context.
Yeah, I mean, we will get you to do sort of Mechanica maybe, and I'll do Astartes because that covers most of it. Other than that, we'll just talk about demons and Lost and Damned and that kind of stuff, aren't we? So,
you know what I'm going to fucking say, innit?
Yeah, I know what you're going to say. Other text.
Where the fuck is my other text?
I'm sure they'll get around to it. You've got it in Legions Imperialis, you just need to big it up a bit, that's all.
Well, yeah, it works for the whirlwind, so I can wait.
Well, yeah, indeed, yeah. Right, awesome. Thank you very much for joining us, guys. Don't forget to like the stream. It helps with the algorithm, probably. I don't know. We have quite a few nice new subscribers recently, which is awesome. So, yeah, till next time, stay grognard, and we'll see you soon.